Hi everybody. I'm making you this video and you're receiving it I'm making it for you the end of June and you're receiving it on the first new moon in July. You're receiving this on July 2nd. And why am I recording it early? Well, I'm in a cleansing phase in Ayurveda. There's like a pre-cleanse phase called panchakarma, and I'm preparing for releasing really old karma, old energy from this lifetime, from other lifetimes, from just old stuff that is getting in the way of my healing. It's getting in the way of my full self-expression, and really I'm clearing and cleansing my energy field, and I'm super excited to be embarking on this journey. So I've been cleansing, I've been eating no meat, I've been eating so basically it's a diet that I've been following for the past month, not entirely all of it, but as I move closer to the panchakarma, the actual cleansing, the panchakarma phase, I've eliminated over time things like dairy, meat, gluten, and nuts, and I'm eating pretty much ghee, vegetables, quinoa, rice, brown rice, and oh my gosh, this company Daily Harvest has been sending me frozen veggies with different sauces on them. I love that company. It is fabulous. It is saving my life because it gives me some variety in the diet. And so that's what I'm eating or not eating. And then I'm doing a lot of lemon water and herbal teas that my Ayurvedic physician has given to me. What is Ayurveda? Ayurveda is the science of life, really. It is the study of the science of life, and how do you live your best life and your healthiest life, and one that's most energized and health on all levels, not just physical health, not just like your body is a thing, but your health, as in your emotional health, your spiritual health, your mental health, your psychological health. You can say these are different in slight ways, and I find differences in them. And then also your physical health, because all of these systems affect each other. And so as I've been in my pre-cleansing phase, it's been pretty intense actually, going inward with this journey and really having times I'm someone who doesn't usually lean on other people, need other people all that much, very self-reliant, self-sufficient. And not that I've never relied on people. I certainly have, and I'm really blessed with wonderful sisterhood. But I went through this phase, and it was around the last new moon actually, and the period following it. And I was feeling so needy of being taken care of. I had this old sisterhood wound that was activated. It's the first time I lost a really good friend. It was back in elementary school, and I had this pain from this wound. And then what happened is that pain that I felt, I started to feel it again because it was aggravated. I'd been to Sedona for several days to the Women Speak Festival, and there was a friend there I'd been very close to, and then we had some distance occur in our friendship, and then we were still friendly with each other, but it was different, and it really activated something for me. And just that place inside of all of the times that you've ever felt rejected or hurt or just that sense of loss, if you've ever really enjoyed someone's company and loved them and not been able to see them again for whatever reason or connect with them the way that you wish to, either because that relationship has run its course or circumstances have changed or things have just changed between you, or you have changed too much, or who knows, right? Or some rift happened, or there was a death, or we've all experienced the wounding, from the loss, and then when that comes up again, and there are a lot of things that we've felt, a lot of experiences we've had emotions around, a lot of emotions that we haven't ever bothered to truly feel. They're emotions that have come up, of sadness, of pain, of guilt, of remorse, of all sorts of things. And we don't bother to feel them at the time, so then they just get stuck and stored in our bodies. And when you cleanse, like I've been cleansing, and you're really... I also eliminated sugar, and I'm, having like a little date sugar sometimes. That's it. And and so when all these things that you normally lean on to, like, we lean on these things, these escapes, like TV and technology and Facebook and food and sugar and caffeine and drinks and pot and all these different ways to numb and to escape from these emotions, these things, these experiences we don't know how to process. And I'm in a phase right now where I've eliminated a lot of the things that I can use to escape, and not escaping using those any longer. And what that means is that the real emotions, not from even things, some of them are from things that are going on in the present, like with my friend where I felt this hurt. But what came up for me was also every other time I felt hurt. So it wasn't just about her, and I had this opportunity to work with a beautiful karmic healer and do some deep healing and cleansing and being with those emotions that I didn't know how to feel at the time. And that while my mom did try and talk to me and help me, I'm a super emotional person, and I didn't know how to process those emotions, and she didn't know how to help me. So she did the best that she could. I was 9 or 10 years old, and then I pushed them down, and whatever didn't get digested at that time. And that's what we do all our lives. And that's why I'm doing panchakarma, so I can cleanse myself of another layer of this stuff, this wounding around I'm not enough, or I'm too much, or I'm crazy, or I'm broken, right? Like there are all these different ones that can be woven together, or I'm bad, right? And a lot of us have done a lot of work with these pieces, and some of us haven't. And I've done so much work with these pieces, and there are more layers, and there are more layers, and there are more layers. And it's really interesting to go back into these spaces, because I really did think I'd cleared them all out. And then what the truth is there was more. There is more. And so I've just surrendered to this process and to being with these feelings. And then some of them, like it's odd. I can feel like this is not a feeling of anything that's happening right now. This is just a feeling in the past I didn't bother to feel. And now I'm feeling it. And now I'm releasing it. And I'm letting it go. So that's what I'm going to be doing. And that's what I have been doing. So I've already been cleansing. And then when I get to the panchakarma, which you're watching this Tuesday afternoon, so this is going to be tomorrow morning, I'll be meeting with my Ayurvedic doctor and one other lady every day for the next 10 days. And they'll be working on me for several hours, and they'll be feeding me special food, which is pretty much khichdi. What is khichdi? If you don't know what khichdi is, I think it's delicious. And you basically take mung beans, which are very cleansing, split mung, and you cook them with basmati rice and some mixed vegetables. And I don't know if the Ayurvedic doctor will be putting mixed vegetables into my khichdi. I definitely put a variety of vegetables into mine. And then you have mustard seed in there, and something that's called hing, and you put cumin seeds in there, and turmeric, and fresh ginger, and I put in black salt and a pink salt, and it's quite good and quite aromatic and flavorful, and I love lots of veggies in it. So that's what khichdi is, and it's like Indian chicken soup, if you haven't heard of it. And it's something that is like when people are sick, just like you give chicken soup here, we give khichdi. And it's also Ayurvedically considered to be very cleansing and very helpful. And so that's what I've been eating a lot of over the past several weeks. And then during the panchakarma, they'll be making a special khichdi for me that I'll be having, and special herbal teas, which they've already been giving to me and I've had. And so I will be very much on a spiritual retreat and very much going inward and doing my sadhana, my daily spiritual practices, my kundalini yoga, playing with my gong, playing with my sacred instrument of the sarangi. And I'll also be resting a lot and reading and reflecting and journaling, and I won't be spending much time, if any. I'm going to try and be off my devices and screens a lot of the time, and that's why I'm pre-recording. And the desire here is I have some health issues to clear up. I have some digestive issues, headache issues, and then I also have a lot of extra weight that I'm ready to release and let it move. And I know intuitively that this is the right next step for me to really cleanse myself and to receive the love of these panchakarma ladies who are going to be working on me every day. And then during that time period, I'm going to keep talking to a minimum. My son is away. My husband will probably be away. So I want to be mostly alone for 10 days. And I look forward to communicating with you after I emerge. And I will hope that you choose something to focus on cleansing for yourself, an old wound, an old pain, an old memory, and maybe even take a cue from where I went inside of this video, which is to really look at and be with some wound around rejection that you have experienced in your life. Maybe it's time to clear some of that emotional energy for you. And if you'd like some support with that, I'm happy to offer that after I come out of this phase. All right. Namaste.